Hi everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. Today I'm excited to talk about the Bentley 220 Fish and Cruise model. This model is pretty cool because it is a versatile model where we have two rear fishing seats and then we have basically a cruise layout on the rest of the boat. So for a family that wants to do maybe a little bit of fishing but still have a great boat for the family and at a great price point, this Bentley 220 Fish Fish and Cruise is a really good way to go. Before we dive into the interior of the boat, I want to talk a little bit about Bentley. Bentley has been known in the industry for many years as a little bit more of a value to mid-price point boat. But as you're going to find through this process of looking through this, there's a lot of premium features that you're going to get without paying for it necessarily. The first thing I'm going to point out, we've got the black anodized fence panel and also how tall this fence panel is. I believe it's 24 inches. A lot of times you'll see on a more value-oriented boat that fence panel is going to be about 18 inches and you see more furniture sticking out the back and you see more of a premium tall furniture inside. So this boat really looks and feels like maybe a boat that costs 30, 40, 50% more. Other things that I'm just going to little things here, having a spray deflector on the nose cone, which you'll see on every boat, but we have a nice finish where this isn't going to be a pinch point for kids or a sharp edge or anything like that. That's always kind of a nice thing to point out. They do a great job with their welds and their tubes. 25-inch tubes on this boat, which is industry standard for a more premium boat, but it's included on this Bentley as well as an 8'6" wide-inch beam. Again, a lot of times on a boat like this, you might be an 8-foot beam. Pop-up cleats are included on this particular model. I think that's an option, but we upgrade to that on pretty much all of our boats. And then just from a construction perspective, we've got a rubber bumper on the whole exterior of the boat. So if you hit a dock or hit something, you've got a little bit of protection. You're not going to damage the boat necessarily. And then this one won't be, you really can't see it from the camera, but you have a reinforced bow area. So if you do hit the bow, you've got a reinforced area where it's a little bit beefier construction up front. Okay, so we move inside the Bentley 220 Fish and Cruise. We're going to start at the rear of this boat where we've kind of got the fish set up, which is, again, you'll see pretty much the fishing part of this boat is from here back, and that's pretty much it. The rest of the boat's pretty much a family-oriented boat. I'll point out a couple things. We've got obviously the two fishing chairs, nice setup back here where there's plenty of space. We have a nice big live well here. We've got 4 vertical rod storage compartments plus a couple back here. All right, so a nice live well setup with a pump out and all that fun stuff. And then the other thing I always like to point out with a boat like this is that we do have access with a rear deck, but the rear deck's not super big. So we have a nice ski tow bar. This particular boat that we're in is a 2-tube boat configuration. So a lot of people might put 60s, they might put 90 or 115. This same boat's available in a tri-tune. I think we've got them in stock. Typically those will go out with like 150 horsepower, but either way you've got a nice ski tow bar back here, whether you're towing the kids on a tube or skis or whatever. I also like it because it kind of acts as like a stabilization point as I walk to the back of the boat. Let's say we actually have a walkway back here so kids can jump on and off. If I'm getting a fish out and I want a little bit easier access to it, I can do that from out here. So we've got some space back here to work. We also see a nice heavy-duty stainless steel boarding ladder. Isn't a plastic thing, it's a stainless steel thing. So again, a premium feature not normally found on a boat at this price. Last thing we'll talk about is the fact that we do actually have a cool integrated rod storage setup where the rod storage is kind of built in over here. As we open up this compartment, we can store 4 rods and kind of lock them away, and it kind of leads up into the back of the furniture on this side. So it really isn't hurting anything on the inside of the boat, but we have a place to put our rods when we're not using them. So the rest of this boat that we're going to talk about is going to be all cruise or family oriented from pretty much the first 18 or the front 18 feet of this boat more or less is basically like an 18-foot cruising pontoon. We do have a nice dash setup here, a fiberglass console. It's not rotomolded, which is nice. We do have a fish finder GPS unit, the Helix 5 from Humminbird as part of this package. A nice tilt wheel from Bentley, a really nice comfortable captain's chair. I've got plenty of space, ton of space for my legs and everything I need. Obviously I can slide forward or back as well. Throttle control, Bluetooth stereo setup on this model as well from JBL. This is a 4-speaker system, so we've got 4 speakers throughout the boat. All your instrumentation is up here, so really convenient, simple console. You know, we don't see a big bulky windshield that kind of looks ugly. A nice clean look to the boat. So you know, everything's kind of in place. This particular boat here is rated for 12 people, is a 2-tube package. I think it's rated for 13 or 14 when we jump up to the tri-tune. A couple other things to point out on this 220 Bentley is we do have a nice storage compartment underneath the helm. This is where right now the table's stowed, and there is a table that goes in here that you can mount either up here or in the back, whichever the customer prefers. But really a perfect space to do a slide-in cooler if you're going to use it that way. Also, as you move up to the bow, we do have, I kind of like how they do have recessed cup holders. That's more of a premium boat feature where the cup holders are recessed into the furniture and it's kind of out of the way, and you're not having to have one of those portable cup holders that's kind of taking up your seating space. Other couple things I like as we move into the storage compartments, this particular one here, we've got heavy duty hardware here. You see the stitching on the back side. A lot of times you'll see that is going to be more kind of manual staples. You'll see that, but we have a nice trim finish here. Again, more premium feature on a value-oriented boat. This particular storage compartment can double as an additional cooler, or some people might use it as a live well or a second live well for fishing. We do have a drain in there that drains outside the boat. And then in general, we've got storage underneath all these different seats. So really a good multi-use, multi-purpose boat here from Bentley. Definitely check it out. Visit our website, buckeyesportscenter.com, to view our inventory. Also check out our YouTube page where we actually do videos from Bentley and several other brands of boats, including a couple other pontoon companies, so to see what's going on out there. Thanks again for watching.